Greetings and salutations and a very warm welcome to this MechWarrior Online build video. In this video I'll be sharing the final build in my series for the revered 85-ton Inner Sphere BattleMech named the Battlemaster. In my previous videos in this series I've covered the 1 Golf Hotel Echo, 3 Mike, 1 Delta, 2 Charlie, 1 Golf and 1 Sierra variants, and in this, the last video in the series, I will be presenting a build for the chassis' 3 Sierra variant. Before sharing the build itself, let's first examine the hardpoints and quirks on this variant. This variant has 6 energy hardpoints, 3 in each side torso, 2 missile hardpoints, 1 in the right arm and 1 in the left torso, and 1 AMS hardpoint in the right torso. As with all other variants of the Battlemaster chassis, the torso energy hardpoints are all at or above cockpit level, and the cockpit is high on the torso. The missile hardpoint in the left torso is on the shoulder and is above cockpit level, while the missile hardpoint in the right arm is low slung. Regarding quirks, this variant has energy heat -5%, missile cooldown -20%, missile heat generation -10%, missile spread -10%, missile velocity +20%, medium pulse laser range +5%, and a number of armor and structure enhancements. So on to the build itself. With each new variant covered in this Battlemaster series, we've increasingly run into the challenge of distinguishing it from the others. Indeed, the 3 Sierra variant presents no obvious aspects of uniqueness. Although it has excellent quirks for missiles, it only has 2 missile hardpoints, and its medium pulse laser range quirk of +5% is quite frankly negligible. The -5% energy heat quirk is attractive, but is outdone by the 2 Charlie and 1 Sierra variants, which have a universal -10% heat quirk. Exploiting the combination of hardpoints and quirks we've just examined, this build's armament is formed of an MRM-30 and 3 large pulse lasers. As observed, all of the armaments are at or above cockpit level, being high-mounted in the mech's 2 side torsos. The MRM-30 benefits from the -20% missile cooldown, -10% missile heat generation, -10% missile spread, and +20% missile velocity quirks, and delivers 30 damage. 2 tons of MRM ammo have been equipped, which has proven to be sufficient for the vast majority of games. As the heat scale limit of large pulse lasers is 3, all of the lasers can be fired simultaneously without incurring ghost heat. The large pulse lasers benefit from the -5% energy heat quirk, and each deliver 11 damage, meaning combined they deliver a total of 33 damage. The build's Alpha Strike is a respectable 63 damage, which it can deliver at up to approximately 450 meters. To increase the mech's survivability, an anti-missile system has been equipped along with half a ton of ammunition. To accommodate this build, the structure needs to be endosteel, the heat sinks need to be double, and the armor needs to be light ferrofibrous. The arms have also been stripped of armor as they carry no equipment and only serve as shields. This build runs a light engine 350 and is equipped with 6 external double heat sinks. The build's top speed is a modest 66.7 km/h, meaning care needs to be taken to position the mech. Regarding the skills, in the firepower tree, to make the most of the loadout, all of the missile, velocity, and heat generation nodes have been taken. In the survival tree, nodes have been taken to enhance the mech's armor, skeletal density, and anti-missile system. In the operations tree, full cool run has been taken. And finally, in the auxiliary tree, double cool shot and double advanced salvos have been taken. And that's it. Let's now see how this build performs in the 3 games to follow.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Override engaged.
Command to ground troops, defend our base and assault the enemies.
Okay, so the first game I would like to showcase this build in is on Grim Plexus, and we're playing Incursion. So the plan here will be to form up in Golf 8 and Fox 8, as is normal on this particular map, and wait for the enemy team to come to attack us, which is what they typically do because they don't have any cover on the other side of the map, or limited cover.
Online.
And typically the enemies will either come down the hotel line or the Fox line.
Target spotted.
Target acquired. New target
spotted.
acquired.
So just having a look here, we can see a couple of contacts already in Hotel 6 and Golf 6. Just going to hold this corner, prevent them from making any further progress down the hotel line. If we can try and form a gun line, the enemy team will find it very, very difficult to make any further progress and will be forced to go through India 7 or Golf 6, depending on which way they choose to go.
Activated.
I just dropped my artillery speculatively there on a contact in Hotel 6. Let's see if we get a few hits. Looks like they managed to dodge that one.
New target acquired.
And here they are, they're making more progress up the hotel line, but it looks like they're being pushed into India 7. There's already a few mechs going that way, and we've got quite a lot of mechs in Golf 8 and Golf 7. We've got our radar up, so we could briefly see the enemy's position there, and it looks like they're all positioned in Hotel 6, pushing into India 7. Now I can hear 𝗃𝗷𝘆, someone's getting hit with 𝗃𝗷𝘆 on my team. And at this moment I decide to move over to Fox 7, because it's getting quite congested there in Golf 8. And I'm hoping to perform a little bit of a pincer manoeuvre. From Fox 7 I'm hoping to go into Golf 6 and Hotel 6 and try and really pincer the enemy, which is a very strong manoeuvre on this particular map when we have an impasse like this. I can see some of our team proceeding into Happy Valley, Hotel 8, which I believe is a bit of a mistake. We don't need to pursue the enemy team at all. We should have been waiting for them. And I now see the opportunity to push, as mentioned, from Golf 7 into Golf 7, sorry, and further on into Golf 6. So we can see our team is engaged in Hotel 6. And we hope that they are doing well. We can already see now that we're one mech down. There's a lot of fire coming from India 6, we can see. Lots of PPC fire and blue lasers. So we need to try and get involved in the action at this point. Now more and more of our team are getting sucked into Happy Valley in Hotel 8, which I think is a very bad situation for us to be in. We've got a contact straight ahead of us, India. I've got a couple of good hits on him, but we need to push him. He's isolated on his own, and we just need to be decisive now and push. I've got 4 mechs in my company, including myself, and here we go. We're just going to push this mech and hopefully secure the kill. Trying to be blocked by the Sun Spider. Aha, so they have more mechs over here. And we have a very, very strong position now. We've got the enemies trapped in India 7, India 8. And the scores as they are 1-2. Oh, there's an Atlas. Get a couple of bursts into his rear and on his front as well.
New target acquired.
See if we can get him again. Oh, he's just turned around and shown me his back again. And he gets another back full of missiles and large pulse lasers. We secure a kill there on the mech in front of the Atlas, and there's a linebacker contact Bravo. Just going to try and get a couple of good hits on him. Center torso on the linebacker is very weak. Using one of my cool shots there as it's getting a bit hot. A little bit uncomfortable with mech shooting over my shoulder like that. It's never good practice to do that so close to another mech. And scores SDR 4-5. Getting hit by 𝗃𝗷𝘆 must guess it's of course that Atlas, and we take off his left torso with that salvo. He's still got 2 light Gauss remaining, and finally the Atlas goes down.
New target acquired.
Okay, let's see what we can see now. Right, still a couple of contacts here immediately in Hotel 6, and our team in Hotel 8 has been completely annihilated. The team that went down Happy Valley has already succumbed to the enemy, and we now need to hold this position, which is a strong position. We have the high ground, and the enemies are stuck in this particular valley with no real escape. So we just need to close this out now if we can. 6 all the scores. 𝘃𝗷𝗆, as well as an 𝗵𝗆. The 𝗵𝗆 is, well, he's got an 𝗵𝗆-40 on that thing. That's quite a nice build, but we've taken that out already with the missiles there. We've got a critical hit by the looks of things, and the 𝗵𝗆 goes down. 7-6, we're in the ascendancy now, and we can see that their Marauder is a stick. Contact Echo, we don't need to worry about him. So let's focus on this 𝗃𝗍𝗔 with ECM. Contact Julia again. Now hopefully my teammate will take him out. And we're going to work on that mech who's gone down as well. Delta ahead of us. But there's 𝗃𝗍𝗔. He seems to have looped around. My teammate didn't take him out, and he shot me in the back, which he could have so. Let's focus on Julia. We managed to kill him, although I didn't get the kill there. Now focusing on the Highlander Delta. Got a couple of good salvos off at him, and there's a contact further back Hotel. Can't quite make out what it is, but it's in a strong position. And we secure the kill on the 𝘃𝗶𝗆𝗆 there. So 10-8 scores as they are, but we're completely open. We have to be very careful poking around. Looks like another Marauder Hotel. Got a couple of really good hits into him. We have to be very careful because we are completely open here. We're out of 𝗵𝗆 ammo, so... Okay, 1 left. That's Delta. Contact Delta. Oh, he's completely open and it's running ATMs. There we are. So we've managed to kill all of the enemy mechs, and now we need to trudge over to the enemy base and secure the victory. So it was quite a unconventional game, really, where a lot of our team piled into Happy Valley, Hotel 8, and ultimately paid the price. Those of us who actually made the journey into Gulf 7, I think we will find that those mechs will have done better than those who went into Happy Valley. And of course we're still standing, so but it was a good manoeuvre by the team to pincer the enemy as we did. So we did well to react to our team pushing into Happy Valley and trapping the enemy where they ultimately died. So all we need to do now is just secure a little bit of damage on the enemy base, and it'll be game over. So the first defense turret is down. Just need to secure a little bit of damage now on the first of the buildings in the enemy base. There we go. Good game. Didn't get many kills, but I feel that we were constantly firing, and we've obviously emptied our MRM stock, so I think we must have had a reasonable game there. See how we did. So we got a match score of 597. We got 1 kill, 8 assists, and we pumped out 997 damage. Good game.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Okay, so the second game I would like to showcase this build in is on Emerald Vale, the new map. And we're playing Domination. Now, as I'm a mid-range brawler, essentially, I'm heading towards the Domination Circle and the buildings in the basin. And probably going to head towards Echo 3, corner of Echo 3, there. And see if we can hold that particular position. And really, it's very important on this particular map to get intel on the enemy's movement, because there's a lot of things that obscure line of sight, like trees and buildings and what have you, so we really do need to understand where the enemy are positioning themselves. So, let's see what I can see across this diagonal, which I find is a good spot for brawling from. Yes, we can see there's a couple of mechs proceeding towards us from Delta 4. Slightly out of our optimal range there. Got a couple of good hits probably there, but I don't feel like it's exactly where we need to be on this particular map with this particular mech. It's just slightly out of optimal range. So at some point I'm going to need to reposition. However, I am managing to get a bit more action at this particular spot, stopping those enemies coming through. Oh, a lot of swarming missiles coming towards me there, putting my AMS into action.
Target spotted.
See my AMS clicking away. Now here I start to make my maneuver. I'm going to move around my team as they are positioned on the right hand side more than the left. So I'm going to just try and center myself in the group as I'm an assault and I don't really want to be flanking.
New target
Now I can see a light coming around our side and I'm going to try and get rid of this guy because it looks like he's going to be going up onto our ridge where our snipers are. Got a couple of good burns on him and I can see he's got SRM4, so he could cause quite a bit of mischief to our guys at the top. Hopefully they'll be able to deal with him. I can see them engaging with him and we're already 1-0 down at this stage. So
New target acquired.
now I'm proceeding back into the centre circle to get some rolling. Oh, and we've got a rifleman straight ahead of us, contact Foxtrot. Just try and open him up for the rest of the team to finish him off before retreating. I think we managed to succeed there. A lot of corner poking going on,
New target
as tends to happen in this map. I can see that Jen has dropped down behind us in here. Getting some good hits on him. Don't really want him shooting his SRMs into my back, so feel the urge to try and get rid of this guy. In return, I get shot in the back myself. So perhaps not the best of ideas, but
New target acquired.
it has at least alerted our team to the presence of the enemies in Fox 4.
New target acquired.
Kind of feels like our team is all over the place. I can see we've got a couple of guys in Delta 4, which is unusual. And we've also got plenty of guys on the right hand side towards Echo 3, Fox 3 area. So we've leveled the scores 1-1. Now I'm going to try and get rid of these guys in Fox 4. See a Hellbringer contacting Kilo.
New target
Got
acquired.
half a burn on him there, I think. Possibly also scratching the paint off of my teammates. There's a Battlemaster straight ahead. Contact Golf. Battlemaster 1D. Not running on ballistics on that particular model,
New
which is
target acquired.
unusual. It has excellent ballistic quirks.
Target destroyed.
Right, to my right, immediately to my right, I can see there's a mech, but now I can see blue laces coming from Delta 3 area. So clearly there's something in Delta 3. Yes, indeed, I saw it. It looked like a linebacker, perhaps.
Target
I'm just
acquired.
going to hold this particular position and hopefully we can understand a little bit more about where the enemy team is. Because this map, as I was saying earlier, has so many blockages to line of sight, very difficult to understand exactly the positioning of the enemy team. Now 6-4, I'm going to push a little bit here. Bravo to the wall. Got a few good hits on him. He's completely open and he goes down. Now I feel like the enemy team is rotating through Delta 3. I'm just going to check behind us here. Go round this side. 7-4 as we are. Ooh, hit Fox. Got a few good hits on him. Surely he can't survive any longer. Oh, it's got to be one touch, presumably, by now. I saw a contact in Delta 5 there on the corner. Yes, Lima, there he is.
Acquired.
Looks like a Highlander.
Critical.
A few LRMs on that thing. Managed to put him back into Koa. But I feel like there might be something in Delta 4 to my left. There we are, yes.
New
I thought
target
I
acquired.
saw something out the corner of my eye earlier. He has dropped a UAV above me.
Need assistance.
New target acquired.
Oh, and I'm getting shot in the back. Oh, that's
Damage.
a bit of a mistake, but I feel like this Highlander is a primary target. I need to get rid of this guy. Ah, there's a Hellfire. That's the Hellfire that was getting Delta. So the Highlanders escaped, but we're now on Delta.
Critical.
Getting some good burns on him, but I'm taking a lot of damage here. 49% health, and he's opened my left torso, which is where my MRMs are, so I'm going to try and protect that. 11-6, they've only got one target left. So clearly we've got this game in the bag. And let's see what we've got left. Let's see it straight into the game. Oh, it's the Highlander. Oh, he's taken my left torso, but he's shut down, he's overheated. Oh, I thought I would have killed him with a cockpit hit. And again, not quite sure why he hasn't gone down, but I'm overheating. I did hit his head, just one touch on the head. I can't believe I missed his head 3 times. Oh gosh, forgot my override. Try one more time. Ah, that's the 3rd shot on the cockpit, I can't believe it. And finally, wow, I just had to go for it there. I think I'm about to explode, but as the game has ended, I should be okay. Can't quite believe I didn't manage to get him with a headshot. I think I had 3 or 4 attempts to get him and failed it every time. See how we did. We got a match score of 598, 1 kill, 9 assists and 1004 damage. Solid performance in this respect. Shout out to 𝗃𝗀𝗆 and 𝗃𝗶𝗀𝗲, both of whom were in 𝗃spiders and did excellent work as my wingmen in this particular game. Thanks, chaps.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Fleet command
Override
coming in.
engaged.
Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Okay, the final game I would like to showcase this build in is on Rubellite Oasis, and again we're playing Domination. In this particular game I'm dropping with 𝘃𝗵𝗆, 𝗁𝗏 and NightWalker 21. So we're going to take the low ground route to 𝗪5, 𝗪6, the particular high ground there. If you take the high ground route through 𝗃7, you're exposing yourself to the enemy snipers, and I don't have long range armaments in this particular build, which is why I've made the decision to go through 𝗃8 and 𝗪7 together, as have most of our team. And 𝗁𝗏 there is in his champion,
Airstrike online.
NightWalker's in his Hellbringer, and 𝗃𝗵𝗆 is in his treasured Vulcan 5M with 3 large pulse lasers. Excellent build on that, and he does extremely well in it. So let's see. Looks like enemies have already got a presence in 𝗪5. Couldn't see exactly what type of mech it was, but it's clearly under ECM coverage or out of sight. So there's definitely looks like there's more than one contact there. So we may well have a contest on our hands to try and secure that. And of course in Domination it is possible to maintain a presence in the Domination circle by securing the 𝗪5, 𝗪6 high ground. So team all moving as one. It would have been nice to see some of the lights and the mediums going around the flanks just to get a bit more of the enemies on sensors. We're all a bit congested here now. I can see 𝗁𝗏 is charged up. Got a good burn on the enemy by the looks there. I'm just biding my time. I don't want to block anyone's retreat, so just giving myself a bit of room and them too. Right. Now 𝗁𝗏 is charged off around that corner. That looks particularly risky. And I'm getting blocked by someone. I can see a UAV. I'm going to try and take that down, but I can't quite get my... the pitch of my torso doesn't quite extend up there. And in my attempt to try and get that down, I got hit from the side of lasers. Now I see 𝗁𝗏 has already carked it. So it's looking a bit ropey to hold that 𝗪5, 𝗪6 high ground. I think it's far too congested. We've got too many mechs there, so I'm going to make a maneuver to go through the low ground 𝗃6. We can already see that our guys are engaged. You can see NightWalker there getting a couple of good hits, and so is 𝗃𝗵𝗆 on the enemies. Now I've got to be careful about enemies coming through 𝗃7 to my left. They could rotate through there. I'm just going to try and shield my left hand side by securing this archway. But I now feel it's time to move through myself through into 𝗃7. And I feel we're going to
Airstrike
come into contact
online.
with the enemy now, and
Target
the battle is
destroyed.
going to begin.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Target
Target
spotted.
acquired. Airstrike online. Airstrike activated. New target
spotted.
acquired. New target
Target spotted.
acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target acquired. Target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Target spotted. We're the leader. Keep it up. Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Halfway there. Need assistance. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Command is happy to hear of your success and achievements on the surface.
Well, what a heart-thumping game. Really quite tense towards the end there, and I think we got a good position after we noticed that 𝗨𝗆 shooting our guys in the back, and we were able to exploit it. How did we do? We got a match score of 439, 4 kills, 5 assists, and 660 damage. Shout out to 𝗨𝗆𝘆𝗀𝗀 in his 𝗃𝗆𝗆. He got a match score of 450, 2 kills, 9 assists, 637 damage. 𝗃𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗀 in his Vulcan 5M. He got a match score of 411, 1 kill, 8 assists, 621 damage. And 𝗃𝗏 in his Champion 3N. He got a match score of 105, 9 assists, and 93 damage. Good work, guys. And so that's it for this build video and for the Battlemaster series itself. I've had a great deal of fun putting these builds together, playing them, and sharing them with you in the form of these videos. I really do hope you've enjoyed the videos and have had some fun trying the builds yourself. To gain a full appreciation for a particular chassis, I'd strongly recommend making a build for each of the variants of a mech. You'll always find surprises, and I am sure you'll find favourites you never would have predicted. If, like me, you're excited for the upcoming release of the Crusader, perhaps try it yourself on that chassis.